everybody, welcome back to another episode of AFC Northerners. Starting down the line.
Hey, Mark Herman, a.k.a. LA Bengal fan on Twitter, repping the Bengals.
Nice. Dave Green, Browns guy.
Jan Davis Utar, Ravens Nation.
Chris Atkins reporting live from this comfortable new couch.
New digs.
New couch, new table. We're moving up in the world.
Yeah, we're trying. Hey.
All right, guys. So we also want to introduce a new thing that we're doing here on AFC Northerners. It is our AFC Northerners mailbag. The way this works is if you have a question, or even better, if you want to send us a video link with your question or comment, send it to afcnortherners@gmail.com. And if you do it and we pick our favorite, your question will be on the air, and if you send a video link, we'll put you on the air well with that video link.
Be there.
So again, feel free to send us your questions, your video links with your questions as well. afcnortherners@gmail.com. We're going to be starting doing that next week. And let's move on down to the Bengals with free agency news.
Hey, great couple weeks for Bengal fans, Bengal Nation. We went into free agency with 15 guys hitting the open market. I got to give major props out to Katie Blackburn. I wanted her to put the franchise tag on Iloka. It would have been a $10 million tag. She stood her ground. They negotiated. We kept Iloka for 5 years for $30 million, $18 million guaranteed in the first two.
Boo for the Browns, good for Cincy.
Yeah, it was great. That was huge,
know,
keeping Iloka off the market. Pac-Man stayed and re-signed. Pat Sims stayed and re-signed. Vinny Ray stayed and re-signed. Eric Winston re-signed. Brandon Tate re-signed. The guys that are out there were guys that we were kind of part ways with anyway. I've been saying all season we were going to lose Andre Smith, that we were done with him. That's why we drafted 2 offensive linemen in the first 2 rounds last year. So it really was. I was really bracing for the bloodbath. I know that Hugh was sitting there ready to snipe our guys. We have Zimmer in Minnesota trying to snipe guys. That's why Loki is probably in Minnesota if we don't re-sign him out. So it was huge. We knew we were going to lose Marvin Jones. We weren't going to pay him the kind of money he was going to get. I knew he was gone. Glad he went to Detroit. He's not in our division. I know Hugh had eyeballs on him. Sanu goes to Atlanta. We knew we were going to lose him too. It's okay. We got Mario Alford from the 7th round last year out of West Virginia. He's going to step up and be big this year. Overall, it was a great week. We kept our core defense together, which is why I'm sporting the Takeo Spikes defensive jersey this week, because we kept our core defense together. We avoided the mass exodus that occurred in Cleveland that you're about to hear about, and there's still a deal.
Shots fired.
And there's still a deal on the table for Reggie Nelson. We want to give him a 2 or 3 year contract. He's looking for 5.
We get it. You kept
it.
everybody but your offensive coordinator. Got it.
So like I said,
overall defensive coordinator.
Overall, great time.
You got all the players, but nobody to coach. Wait.
Oh, we got plenty of guys. What are you talking about? Sam Peasy's going to be awesome. Keeping them in-house, continuity, boys. So it was a good, free agency period for the Bengals.
The Bengals stuff starts already. All right, moving on to the Browns.
Hey, we lost a few guys. We signed a few guys.
That's that
The
simple.
guys we signed, Alvin Bailey to play some offensive line. Justin Tuggle to play some linebacker. Today we went out and got Demario Davis.
Justin Tuggle just sounds like a joke waiting to happen. It's like just in time.
He's going to tuggle the football from freaking whoever the running back is in Baltimore. I don't even know. Today we went out and got Demario Davis. We're talking about signing the safety from Texas, Raheem Moore. We also went out today. We cut Dwayne Bowe, which was obviously a given.
Yeah.
We might take him.
To free up some cap space, we went ahead and cut Dansby. I think Dansby will re-sign a contract just a little bit more friendlier. One interesting note, this Sunday the NFL has to decide on Josh Gordon's fate. I think he'll get reinstated.
I do too.
I think he'll get reinstated.
He's smoking a little weed.
But he's been doing everything right, so I think he gets back in.
Right. I think
As somebody who like Eugene Monroe just literally donated, what was it, $10,000 to like marijuana information in the NFL. So honestly, okay, granted, we all live in California, so you can take that for what it's worth. But
we're one of the lucky states, guys.
Let the dude smoke, man.
It's a tough job.
It's not like it's going to be Cheech and Chong on the freaking field. Jesus.
In addition to that, That'd be actually pretty funny.
He said his name was Ralph.
It's like, Dave's not here, man.
No, it's Dave.
Ricky Williams
All
wants
right. We're getting off track.
In addition to that, we got three comp picks, one in the fourth at 138 and two in the fifth, 172, 173. Gives us 10 picks this year. In the draft.
You guys are going to clean up there. Rock on. We got, Ravens got 3 picks as well. Do you want to address like anything having to do with Mac at all, or
No.
Or Schwartz pulling the contract away?
I think Mac is on the downside of his career at center. He's looking for that last payday. Analytics say you don't overpay for guys like that. The one guy that I do think kind of hurts is the Schwartz. That really
well, the
sucks.
Schwartz isn't with you.
The guy's last name was fucking awesome. And no, he's not with us anymore.
No, but my biggest problem was the way they handled it. They told the guy to go test the market, and he went and tested the market, and he came back and they pulled the contract away. That sends a terrible message to your locker room.
It really
does.
I think it sends the
They might know
message that
something we
they're
don't
going
know,
to play hardball with the players. We're not going to continue to pass out money like we have done for the last 19 years in free agency to get absolutely nothing in return. Last year, highest paid defense, and we sucked fucking balls.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
Ball.
I'm not the only one who thinks
No,
that.
no, no.
Yeah, but you
I've
wasted
got
money.
like 12,000 people that feel the same way.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
You paid $2 million a
And they're not even Browns
Dwayne Bowe,
fans.
and you're worried about Schwartz. Schwartz is a guy you pay. Dwayne Bowe is a guy you should have never signed. I mean, you wasted your money in other places.
But let's remember that that's money that wasn't wasted by this new regime. That was
Okay.
money that was wasted by Mike Patton and Ray Farmer. Okay?
Oh, all right. Now we're seeing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going to take time
all
to
these
change
draft
the
picks, all these draft picks will work if you guys let Hugh and people in the know draft, and
Right.
you don't wind up
Absolutely.
with a Brandon Whedon and a Trent Richardson in the first
That's why
round.
we got to go best player available.
I want to see what happens next year at the combine when Sashi Brown is there.
They're going to know DePodesta next year. at
Yeah,
the
exactly.
combine.
It's like
yeah,
nobody
totally.
knew me. They were just talking about me right in front. Like
And you know what he said is same fucking bullshit as 17 years ago in Oakland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had no idea who the fuck he was. He went out and revolutionized the way baseball's done now.
I did think
It's
that
the
was
same
funny.
I
thing
did.
that's
I
going
thought
to
that was
happen
funny
right
when I
now.
read
that.
And
Alright.
everybody else is going to jump along.
No, I think it's a completely valid point. I think that was a big sign of disrespect, in my opinion. All right, moving on to you good?
Yeah, I'm
All right, cool.
solid.
Moving on to Ravens. So lots happened in the first couple of weeks of free agency, which is weird for Ravens. We're not used to this as Ravens fans. Ozzie Newsome made some interesting moves. We did lose Kalichi Osemele. We kind of expected that. Courtney Upshaw still kind of like in the air. We're not quite sure what's going on with him, whether or not he's going to come back, he's going to sign somebody. But I think he tested the waters and found out that it wasn't nearly as easy to get out there with a contract as he thought. However, the signings that did happen, it's kind of fun. They're all W's, and hopefully they translated to W's. But we had Wallace signed 2 days ago, Eric Weddle. Also, we had Watson, and Sharice Wright was re-signed as well.
Spot made W's yet this year.
It's like 4 W's,
Yeah,
exactly.
Spot made
Right?
W's yet.
When you cut a guy with the first name starts with a W.
You see that? Yeah, there you go. So though
That doesn't that to 8 wins. Chris.
I'm excited
Not at
about of all of them. I'm really excited about the Whittle signing. I know that he's like everyone's like, oh, he's over the hill, he's not gonna do it. For me, it's more of like the same thing with Steve Smith. It's more of a locker room presence.
Yeah,
for me
he's
of that.
a very good locker room guy, great
Absolutely.
leader for you guys.
Watching his press conference today made me love that guy. I mean, really love that guy. Wallace, I think I'm below lukewarm about. If he comes through and he does something brilliant, rock on. Ben Watson, he's an age tight end, but man, I'll tell you what, with Nick Boyle now gone over that suspension, I mean, you couldn't put in somebody better than Ben Watson into that space.
Caught a ton of TDs from Drew Brees.
Exactly. And Drew Brees and Joe Flacco, like they both got arms, so there's that. I think that also like the restructuring that happened with our contracts. Man, Ozzie Newsome is a freaking wizard. In order to free up that cap space, in order to make those signings happen to begin with, amazing work. I mean, Jimmy Smith's restructured, Joe Flacco's restructured, Marshall Yander's restructured.
Got the contract signed because he had no choice but to restructure. Flacco.
Exactly.
The contract that you guys are paying Flacco.
But
is
to me, that
ridiculous
shows
for a middle of the road quarterback.
Is that why he's got a Super Bowl ring? So
based upon a solid, spectacular defense,
And,
is the only reason.
I mean, if
why
you don't want
this-
to talk about the Mile Miracle, I mean, that's fine.
Well, didn't Wallace just bag on Bridgewater, and didn't Bridgewater's numbers
Again,
equal out
I'm
much
so
better than Flacco's?
lukewarm on Wallace. I mean, I really have nothing really to contribute on that. Like, we'll see what happens with Wallace, but I'm like, okay.
You don't have to guard him within the first 15 yards of scrimmage.
No, you really
do
don't.
not.
Yeah, and
Don't
and I
waste
think
your
that they're looking at somebody who's a deep threat. Personally, I still would love to see Anquan Bolden come back to Baltimore because, yikes! Oh God, I love that guy. Whether he's got the age or not, I just love Bolden. Always been a player. Of Bolden.
And maybe Wallace will step up and have 2 huge games. Wait, could that be against the Steelers?
Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
Would that be?
So
Not gonna happen.
exactly.
Just saying.
Yeah, I was just
He's
saying.
gotta
Like,
catch the
what are you
ball
doing
first.
over there, Playboy?
He'll run Pittsburgh up and down the field. He ain't gonna catch nothing.
All
but
you have
damn
to do is
cold.
stand a safety 20 yards down the field, Wallace,
And it's done.
what I'm
And
gonna
here's the
do-
thing, like we've got Rashad Perriman coming back, off the knee injury. C. Smith's coming back, again off the injury. We've got like playmakers. We don't even know what Rashad Perriman can do yet. So it's like if he's that kind of playmaker, then we have weapons that we were decimate last year on. So there's that.
You guys get what, like
And
3
also,
running backs back.
exactly. The other thing I want to say is happy birthday to Ozzie Newsome.
Happy birthday.
Birthday, Ozzie.
Happy birthday to Ozzie Newsome. I love that you are doing your thing. That's what I got for the Ravens. Moving on to you, bro.
All right, I'll get the easy stuff out of the way first. We lost a couple guys. We lost Beecham. We lost McClendon. I like both of them in Steelers uniforms, so they'll be missed. We got Ryan Harris and Ladarius Green. Green I'm really excited about because
Green's a good sign.
Yeah, it could
I'm
be
really
a
excited
very
about
good
that because
signing.
Ben has not had a tight end that's really going to stretch the field. So I'm excited to see how that's going to play out in the next couple of seasons here. He's not much of a blocker. I think he's going to be in on a lot of passing situations.
Yeah, he's a guy that's like you were saying, like 15 yards, out there.
I think Jesse James is going to be in for the blocking scenarios. I think Ladarius Green comes in. We're going to try and stretch things out a little bit.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get to what all the Steeler fans are talking about right now.
What could that be?
My heart is broken right now by
Your heart is broken right
Martavis
now?
Bryant.
It's
I
adorable.
talked about him so much this season, so high. Well, last season I should say. Happy New Year's to you guys. We got a new season going on. And he's gone out after being suspended for the first 4 games of last season. Here he is. He's going to miss the entire 2016 season. Just when he was kind of coming into his own.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that means that he had multiple infractions here.
Yeah, like,
Because
it's not just
you don't
one,
jump from 4 to a
two.
year unless there's
fucking up.
Because it would have been 8
multiple
years
things.
as a second thing.
If
Yeah,
you don't know
so-
the rules, there's a 4-game, an 8-game, a 4-year or full season. He completely skipped the 8-game suspension, which means there's something else going on there.
Yeah.
Which we don't
It's probably
really
a
know
failed
what it is
test
yet.
and then refusing for another sample or multiple failed tests, whatever it is, it's not good. And the real telltale sign is the fact that he's taking it and not appealing.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
tells you that
Yeah,
that he knows it
No
and there's
contest.
a lot there.
Yeah,
So-
and you were saying earlier, it's like before we run it, it's like he let down 55 other dudes.
Yeah.
55 other guys wearing Steeler jerseys were looking to him to contribute on the field every Sunday or Monday or Thursday or Saturday, whatever it is. He let down the entire team. He let down the fans. I hope he's sitting at home right now, drinking tea or something, thinking about what he's done. And for him,
Well,
to
you know it's
understand,
it's
Well,
it's
he's in
not his
rehab.
fault.
We know
I mean,
where he is.
It's
He's
not
already in
Marty's
rehab,
fault.
as agent said.
Exactly, it's not Marty's fault. Ben Roethlisberger kept on like roofing him. So I mean, there's what happened right there.
Boom!
So, fortunately for Steeler fans, we have a guy that we pay 21 million. He's my age. We pay him like $20 million a year to go sling the ball around. I think we'll be okay. I think Sammy Coates is really going to make a name for himself in Bryant's absence this year. I think
Yeah.
Bell comes back and has a monster season this
Dude,
year.
fuck Bell. Fuck Bell.
I think
Fuck Taco Bell. I hate
I
that
think
one.
Brown's going to do the same thing he's been doing. He's going to dance with the stars, just like Hines Ward did. He's going to come back, catch some touchdowns, just like Hines Ward did. He's going to win a Super Bowl, just like Hines Ward did.
Wine's
Well, I don't know about
hard,
the Super Bowl,
baby.
but
Wine's hard.
He'll come back and he'll have a huge number
Failure.
that he's going to want. If Brown has the side of season he has without Bryant, he's going to be tough to re-sign because he's going on a huge number.
We'll see what happens there. But for going back to Bryant, if he's watching, I just want you to understand this. Santonio Holmes went out. He won us the Super Bowl.
Martavius Bryant.
He smoked some weed. We cut him off the next day. You've now been caught twice. You cost us 4 games last season. A full season now. The fact that you're still wearing the black and gold, I'm a little surprised. Please understand the gravity of what's going on here. Take care of yourself.
He's indirectly wearing the black and gold because the Steelers' statement was lukewarm at best.
Yeah.
It didn't guarantee
It
him
was
a
very
spot.
clear.
They were
It was
pissed
very
off,
clear.
and rightfully so.
Yeah.
And it basically said, that he let the team down.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee that he has a spot.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like, at that point, like, yeah, he's made some amazing catches and stuff like that, but if you can't count on a dude, you can't count on a dude.
Yeah.
If you can't count, if you can't
What's
get
the
on the
number?
field,
What is it? Herm Edwards always says the number one ability is availability.
Ability.
So if you're not available, you got no ability.
I'll say this. A couple years ago in the draft, I thought Justin Blackmon was incredible coming out of Oregon State. Most people probably don't even know who he is because he couldn't stop smoking weed, never got on the field, I think, for the Lions.
Jaguars.
One of the
and-
best talents I've
Well,
ever seen.
Jaguars.
And he got busted
Jaguars.
multiple times. This guy had tons of talent. And you know what? He's picking drugs
Yep.
because he's still getting into trouble.
Yep.
Yeah. And some like that's the thing. It's like that college to NFL transition. That's why it's a pro man's game.
Right.
Like, that's what
Gotta grow
and
up.
We all know the NFL stands for not for long.
Yep, gotta grow up.
So, all right. So you gonna.
That's all I want to say about that.
All right, awesome, guys. All right, guys. Again, thank you so much for joining out. We wanted to give a shout out to some of our YouTube peeps that were commenting.
Yes.
Want to say what's up to Marvin, Mr. YouTube Tater, Jasmine, Ehi Bar, Rodover Casuals. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, Dover Casuals, great question on Dawson.
Awesome.
Pleasure
Love
to
you
answer
guys.
that kind of
Send
stuff.
the questions in.
Send those questions in.
Send those questions in.
AFCNortherners@gmail.com. Email them to us. Send us a video link. If our favorite video link that we get of the week, we will put you on. We will answer your question right here on the show. Really excited about that now that we've got the ability to do that. And I think that's it for everybody. We are going
Back
to
in 2
say,
weeks.
we're back in 2 weeks. In the meantime, from our brand new couch, we are going to sign off as we always do with Fuck the Patriots. See you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Excuse me, see you in 2 weeks, guys.
2 weeks.